All right, back on the blog in 2016, and as I've promised in the past, I'm going to start with, I'm going to do some video posts this summer. This first one, I can't get the lighting right, so it's going to be more like a sound post, but anyway, right into it for 2016 video. I'm going to do a bunch of video posts this summer under the humor good, and I'm going to just basically do some stand-up because I've really been enjoying the comedic side of things lately, and I hope to share that with you. So just delving right into it. One thing I've been getting into is weightlifting, and when I explain to people that I tell them that I obviously need to eat a lot of food to progress in weightlifting, they kind of look at me with a strange expression, or they don't quite get it. And I wonder, it's like, okay, well, what is so surprising about that? I mean, how do you think the body is going to create a muscle? Where is it going to create muscle from? If you're doing all the work in the gym, but then your body is just going to magically create muscle out of thin air? No, it has to come from excess calories that you're eating. So that would make total sense. But yet some people, when you tell them that, they're like, "Oh, you really need to eat a lot?" So it's kind of a strange reaction to things, but I guess anything's possible. Also, man, that was a slow start to the humor series. One thing I found interesting is as social mores change throughout, and dating becomes sort of a relentless subject of curiosity. For example, yesterday in the Washington Post there was 3 articles on millennials and their dating patterns. One thing I think that's happening now is we live in this general, like I've written about a lot, sort of a relentless positive, culture of relentless positivity, and I think that spills over in a really bad way into dating, where more people than ever, I think now, think they raised in this culture of relentless positivity, they have a very high inflated view of themselves. Like everyone thinks they're like a B+ or A- or A kind of person, and so they're looking for an A- and B+ kind of people. But the problem is, as we know, there are a lot of B- and C+ people out there. That's just to be expected on the bell curve of any sort of distribution. So all these people that are sort of like a B- and a C+, they are, they're not willing to settle for anything less than that. And so they keep thinking to themselves, I need to get, I want to get an A+ person or an A person because I'm an A person. And so that's the problem, is like we need to tell people, like, it's okay. You're a B- C+ person. That's fine, and you should be looking, and yes, you should settle down with a B- C+ person. Why not? What's the harm in that? So I think we need more of that. It's not sort of the politically correct terminology or attitude, but I think it's correct. Another thing I've been noticing is I've been going to the gym a lot, and trying to build muscles. I was starting out with my discussion. I think girls and guys at the gym are almost overwhelmingly on the wrong side of the gym. There's 2 sides to any gym. Usually there's a side where people are doing cardio, mainly to burn calories and lose fat. And then there's another side where there's weights and people trying to lift weight to put on muscle. And the problem I see is that most people at the gym are on the wrong side. The guys are overwhelmingly on the weight training side, trying to lift weight. The only problem is, which is good, the only problem is they have all this like fat on them. So they need to be on the cardio side, burning fat, so that the muscle that they have or that the muscle that they will gain will actually show to a certain single person. Because what's the point of building all this muscle if it's going to just hide behind a lot of fat? On the other hand, women are largely also on the wrong side of the gym, in that I see a lot of women that are not at all fat. They don't really need to lose body fat at all. And they are on the cardio side, they're running on the treadmill or whatever on a elliptical, and they're skinny. They're a good weight. They don't need to lose another ounce. They probably, if anything, they need to gain a little muscle definition, a little bit of toning, but yet they're just continuing to hammer away on the treadmills. So I think it's a funny world where literally, like in the gym, like you could have girls and guys just switch, and they'd be in a much better position. What else can I tell you? What other joke can I make? Another thing we hear a lot is one thing we hear a lot in the culture is the American dream. Everyone talks about the American dream, and one aspect of the American dream that often is talked about is that we are a country that prizes hard work, and hard work is the way that you do well in this country. Why are we continuing to spread, I wouldn't call it a lie, but it's a very deceptive picture? Because if you think about it, most of the people in this country that are making incredible wealth are not doing it through hard work. They're doing it through some sort of passive wealth that they've acquired, either stocks or real estate. They're renting out real estate. They are sitting on large piles of stock that are paying out dividends or going up. And is that hard work? No, that's not really hard work. So it's funny that we have a society in which the vast majority of a large amount of wealth is made by people literally sitting on their ass and just waiting, which is to me the definition of no work, like zero work. And yet we continue to say that hard work is the path to success in America, when it's most clearly not in certainly a very large category of cases. So I find that maybe not so much funny, but a little bit delusional. So I'll end this post for today. We'll put this in the humor series, and now that I finish this, I'm convinced this will be the worst humor series in the entire series in terms of the quality of the jokes, and I'm almost 100% confident that these humor posts will get better and better, because frankly, if for no other reason that this first post has set the bar very, very low. Thank you very much.